let's say one person is retiring earlier than the other. The other person says, I want to work another 5 years. They love what they're doing. It's easy, fun for them, and they want to keep going. What does that dynamic look like when one person's tapping into their retirement and possibly Social Security at whatever point,
Hmm.
while the other person's just working?
You want to think about what your cash flow will be at those triggering events, at those life events. And so if one person is still working, you're going to have that cash flow coming in, that net paycheck still coming in. So in some cases, what I see is at the point of the first retirement, you don't necessarily need to replace all of the lost net paycheck that that person was bringing in. So, remember, you're retired now. You just need to support your lifestyle. You don't need to replace every dollar that you necessarily were earning if you were making more than enough. So that's what you want to start with first is what do you need? Because what I've seen is in some cases, hey, we can go a few years like this on the one paycheck. Hey, we can go a few years like this on the one paycheck plus some arbitrary amount. And if we're looking at Social Security, let's just say Social Security pays you $2,500 a month. You might say, well, my spouse is going to retire. We're going to turn on Social Security. They're going to get $2,500 a month, and I'm going to keep getting my net paycheck. But we really only need my net paycheck and $750 a month, or my net paycheck and $1,000 a month. Why turn on the 2,500 when that number is going to be growing as you extend it and file Social Security later and have a greater income later? And maybe that smaller amount that you need could come out of your investments a little bit sooner. That's going to give you less taxation on Social Security. It's going to give you a greater Social Security benefit. It's going to give you a smaller future RMD if you use your IRA, let's say, sooner than later. So there's a lot of reasons why you might want to use investments or some other source of income first. But what I find to your question is when we get to that point in retirement, people just want to automatically turn things on because they can. And let's really think through what exactly do you need? Because that's going to drive whether it makes more sense to file Social Security or get it from some other place. And if we're doing it far in advance, that's why you have that base case and you really just use that as an opportunity to educate and understand what your options will be. So when you get there, you're really well informed to make a good decision. If you like what you heard and you need help writing your goals down and being accountable for them, go to gootfinancial.com, contact us, and set up a time to start a conversation, and we'll get you on your way.